When God created the heavens and the earth, that represents a unique dimension of God's power and personality, the power to create. And in the Bible, the first 6 days are mentioning about this aspect of creation. But on the sixth day, He created man. That was the high mark of His creation. Man made in His own image. And today, we have mankind and his life and activities all over the world that God has created, and mankind is now with great understanding of who he is through the scientific discoveries that have come throughout the centuries of human existence. One of the greatest discovery was to find the speed of light. This is a very difficult thing to measure because light travels very fast, and numerous experiments have been done, and they have more or less understood the speed of light to be about 3 lakh kilometers per second. However, the nature of the constancy of light has brought about many discussions in the field of physics. And this has raised two important observations. The one is the speed of light constant throughout the history of the world, or there has been differences over the time? This issue has come up out as a discussion point recently when they have discovered that the light that comes from the farthest corner of the universe takes billions of years to reach the earth. 13 billion years according to present estimates. The question is the age of the universe therefore 13 billion years old, since light has come from that far distance? Biblical scholars would try to take this and say, how can this be? Because can creation have occurred 13 billion years ago, and yet the Bible speaks about mankind history only about 10,000 years? And so this discrepancy has been sought out to be explained by some physics person saying that in the early days light traveled really very fast, much faster than what is traveling today, and it can create a lot of confusion among people today because they say that light speed is constant, but there is a proposal to bring the speed of light to extreme high speed at the time of creation. I would like to give my opinion on this. I would like to think that the light of speed is constant, and God, when He created the farthest star in the universe, would have miraculously let that light come from that place to the earth at the same instant, because that is His power. And the argument can be countered by many, but this is just my opinion. Because when Adam was created, he was a young man. He looked like a man of 30 years old, but he was just not even a few seconds old. And so, God can make things happen that we are not able to understand. The process of nature and the laws of nature are totally under God's control, and He can use them and find ways of working with them according to His will and pleasure. Who are we to question what God has done? This has a bearing on today's historical and findings from the field of archaeology. Many archaeological findings have brought about human skeletons that have been dated to about a few million years old, some to a few thousands, and so on. As a historian, we have so much discrepancy in the dating of ancient remains. using our modern dating methodologies. I would, like a conservative biblical scholar, would urge people not to go in for taking rates of modern period and applying it to the ancient period, because we do not know exactly what conditions were there at that time. And therefore, any dating of archaeological finds or the finding of light years movement in the universe is all subject to our limited understanding of what we know today. Only when we have the fuller knowledge can we really understand the height and depth of the universe and the wonderful way that the laws of nature are made for us to understand. But above all, God is in control of the laws of nature, and every miracle that He does makes it abundantly clear that the laws of nature obeys the Master's command. This is Franklin Samraj for Breakthrough Today.